As we enter 2025, the architecture of online video is completely unrecognizable from even 3 years ago. The advice most new creators rely on is highly fragmented, dangerously outdated, and built for an internet that has already shattered. The most common trap is the allure of short-form video. It offers massive, immediate viewership, but that attention is completely fleeting. The moment a trend dies, the video effectively ceases to exist, offering zero shelf life. For creators relying exclusively on this model, their entire career hangs by a thread. The exact second the algorithm stops pushing their short-form clips to the feed, their cultural relevance and their income drop to zero. We have historical proof of how catastrophic this volatility can be. Entire empires built on TikTok were wiped out overnight when the platform faced sudden bans, leaving creators with nothing to show for millions of followers. Betting your future entirely on rapid-fire trend cycles is a massive vulnerability. It guarantees a highly volatile gamble with a clear expiration date, rather than the foundation of a sustainable business. Contrast that with YouTube's evergreen architecture. Here, the system is designed for longevity. A well-constructed video uploaded today can continually surface in search and recommendations, generating steady revenue for a decade. This chart illustrates the difference between short-form decay and evergreen momentum. That compounding growth is fueled by a massive, consistent audience pace. In the Indian market alone, 122 million active users log onto the platform every single day. That massive daily viewership translates directly into capital. As the audience scales, so does the economic volume, currently driving a 16,000 crore creator economy in India. With this much capital in motion, YouTube functions as a highly structured economic engine, allowing a channel to be managed and valued like a long-term corporate asset. To understand how capital flows through this engine, we have to look at the baseline mechanics of platform monetization. For every dollar generated by ads on a video, Google retains 45%, distributing the remaining 55% to the creator. But the platform demands proof of value before granting access to that revenue. Creators must hit a strict entry threshold of 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to unlock the partnership. The harsh financial reality, however, is that standard ad revenue often represents a fraction of a top creator's income. The primary wealth generators in this ecosystem are direct, privately negotiated corporate sponsorships. Corporations do not pay premiums just for raw viewership. They pay for trust and influence. Consider why major brands secure endorsements from established figures like MS Dhoni. The audience transfers their trust for the individual directly to the endorsed product. For a creator, true wealth generation requires abandoning the grind of simply farming ad views. The objective shifts towards cultivating deep, sponsor-grade audience trust. There are specific operational models built to capture this value. The first is the faceless channel. Because the creator never appears on camera, production can be entirely outsourced to a team, allowing for massive scalability and largely passive income. However, that anonymity carries a severe limiting drawback. Without a recognizable face, building genuine audience loyalty or a strong personal brand is nearly impossible, locking the channel out of premium collaboration or speaking deals. The alternative model is known as the personality channel. By putting a face to the content, a creator leverages direct eye contact and individual charm to build intense audience trust, maximizing personal marketing power. The cost of this approach is heavily operational. It demands immense personal energy to perform, the actual recording cannot be outsourced to a team, and it often traps the creator in an exhausting cycle of active labor. The most advanced strategy relies on a hybrid architecture. This flowchart maps out a system where a creator establishes a singular, high-profile personal brand as the central hub, while simultaneously automating multiple faceless cash cow channels in the background. Selecting the correct structural vehicle up front dictates everything that follows. It is the single most crucial business decision a creator will make to determine their long-term operational lifestyle. Once the structure is set, the content itself must be ruthlessly categorized. Channels that operate like a general store, posting random, unfocused videos, fail entirely. They confuse the platform's recommendation system and alienate their own subscribers. Success requires adopting a highly specific niche. This focused content category acts as a clear signal, instructing the algorithm exactly who the target audience is and where to distribute the videos. This chart illustrates the financial impact of that focus through CPM, or cost per mil. There is an invisible marketplace where advertisers bid against each other for specific niches, which heavily dictates the financial value of every 1,000 views you generate. The underlying economic logic is straightforward. A high-revenue industry, like finance or trading, will aggressively outbid a low-margin consumer product company for ad space, driving up the actual payout the creator receives. The math is unforgiving. Securing 1 million views in an unfocused, low-value niche frequently yields less actual income than generating 100,000 views in a premium, highly targeted category. Yet, choosing a category based entirely on its high payout is a dangerous trap. If a creator forces themselves into a profitable niche they genuinely dislike, they will inevitably burn out long before the algorithm has a chance to reward them. The sustainable formula requires looking inward. Creators must identify a genuine personal obsession or an excessive daily habit, and then methodically match that specific interest against existing market demand. If obvious demand does not exist, it can be manufactured. By applying a highly unusual analytical angle to a common topic, like finding micro-mistakes in widely loved movies, creators carve out entirely new audiences. While the algorithm remains selective, the sheer volume of 122 million daily users suggests that even niche or obscure topics have a mathematical path to finding a significant audience. The economic infrastructure is operational and accessible. Success now depends on the transition from a consumer of content to a producer within this system.